Gotten a better internet connection. Keep our fingers crossed, everyone. The 2-2 misses, low and outside. And it's a full count now for Blake Loney. The 3-2. Ball 4 issued inside. It'll be a 2-out walk to Loney.
Batting DH number 8.
Brings up the cleanup hitter. Bailey Whitlock, who will bat, hitting for Dylan Fitz. Whitlock from Mazama, second team All-League pitcher this year. And there we go. It looks like we got the video stream up and running for you, folks. First pitch in the dirt, bounces away from 6, and up to second base is going to go Loney. The wild pitch moves man into scoring position for Klamath Falls. For those joining us now with the video stream, I don't know if everybody's in there right away, but we are currently sitting in the bottom of the first. It's a scoreless ball game. Docs went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first against Dylan Fitz, the starting pitcher for Klamath Falls. Jay Stoffel walks the third hitter with 2 outs. He's now at second base. At the plate, the cleanup hitter, Bailey Whitlock, who takes strike 2. Make it a 1-2 count for the DH. Get caught up on the video stream. 2 down. Pick back to second. Did they get? Oh, close, but not quite there. Caden Johnson nearly had the tag at second on Blake Loney. Still full with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. 6 will get it. Throws down to Jonathan Stone. That'll wrap it up. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Jay Stoffel. And the Doc Stewart's defensively will straight in the runner at second base. No runs on no hits. There were no Doc Stewart hitters. 1 minute left on base for Klamath Falls as we head to the top of the second inning. It is scoreless between the Docs and the Falcons. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The School. Back for the top of the second inning, Doc Stewart's and the Klamath Falls Falcons are scoreless so far as Jonathan Stone digs in first to take a called strike 1. Doc Stewart's Baseball tonight brought to you by Bimart. Score big at Bimart where you can get ready for your season for less. Stone gets underneath the ball, hit high in the air towards shortstop. Underneath it came Noah Huffman, who will make the out at shortstop. 1 down. Doc Stewart's will now send Jet Black to the plate. 1 away as we start the top of the second inning here. First pitch, a strike on the inside corner against Jet Black. Today, coming into the matchup, Jet currently hitting .357 for the Docs. Takes a pitch that bounces outside and all the way to the backstop. Dylan Fitz had a 1-2-3 inning in the first for those joining us on the video stream. And as we sit high above home looking through the netting. Pitch outside and high to Jet. A 2-1 count for him now. 1-2-3 inning in the first for Dylan Fitz. He struck out 2. He's got 1 out so far. He fires a breaking ball that misses inside, and Jet has a 3-1 count. Jet was ducking out of the way, expecting that one to clip him. It did not. A 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. It's a walk issued on a high pitch.
Now batting right fielder.
And Jet Black will get the first walk of the game for the Docs. First base runner on for the Doc Stewarts. There goes the perfect game for Dylan Fitz. It was early. I don't know if that's is on anybody's mind this far into it. 4 straight batters retired for Dylan Fitz, but Jet breaks that up. Now Doran Gillespie will break up the no-no. That ball out towards left center. Jet Black racing all the way to third from first. It's a single with 1 out for Doran Gillespie, and Doran knocks in the first hit for the Doc Stewarts here this evening against Klamath Falls. He puts a man into scoring position at third. Jet Black going 2 bases on the single. 1 away, a man 90 feet from home for the Doc Stewarts. First and third, up the bat, Casey Pettibone. DH, hitting for starting pitcher Jay Stoffel. Pettibone batting .267 this season. First pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Doran Gillespie only was up there for 1 pitch, so we didn't get to tell you he's batting .250 coming into the game, but he gets a hit there. That'll bring up the average. 1 away. Got runners at first and third. Pettibone underneath one, high in the air towards left field. It's in foul territory, but it's hooking back into fair territory, and it lands in the left field corner. Coming in to score will be Jet. Up to second goes Gillespie, as he is expecting either that ball is going to go foul or it's going to get caught. That ball was foul and hooked back into fair territory. I'm sure the wind had something to do with that, as it blows from the third base left field line out towards center field. That ball was in foul territory and hooked back into the corner at about 324 for KC Pettibone. A long single deep into the left field corner. Out there, John Tacchini. That's a tough ball to have to play. It's an RBI single for KC Pettibone, and the Docs take a 1-0 lead. A strike taken on the first pitch now to Drake Bourgeois. Runners at first and second with just 1 out. Bourgeois will take strike 2. Drake Bourgeois. 0-2 count. He hits that one opposite field. It drops in front of Jagger Graham. They've got Gillespie holding at third. Bourgeois up to third base. We've got runners, 2 runners at third base. Bourgeois, or Pettibone, excuse me. It's not Bourgeois, it's Pettibone who's off the bag at third. And Gillespie still standing on the bag. And so that hurts there. There's your second out, Pettibone. He could have had the bases loaded, but Pettibone overruns and ends up at third along with Doran Gillespie. Opposite field single there for Drake Bourgeois. Jacob Luther will bat next with 2 down. 1 run in so far for the Docs. There are 2 outs, and Luther gets underneath one out to right field. Coming in to get that is going to be Jagger Graham. And that'll finish off things here in the second inning. Doc Stewarts do get 1 run in on 3 hits here in the second, and 2 men left on base, no errors for the Klamath Falls Falcons. They come back after the 60-second break. To the bottom of the second we go on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Doc Stewarts take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Jay Stoffel with a lead to work with. He faces Drew Rabel, the first baseman. Misses low and inside for ball 1 as we start things in the bottom of the second.
He thought it was capital K.
Stoffel missing low again, that time on the outer half. The count goes to 2-0 here for Rabel, a second-team utility selection from Mazama High School. 2-0, he fouls off. Strike one. 1-0 the score. It was Jet Black coming in to score on a opposite field hit by Casey Pettibone. Actually right back up the middle for Pettibone. No, sorry, excuse me. Pettibone had the deep single to left field. 2-2 count after a foul ball for Rabel. He'll take low. Apparently that was ball 4. That was ball 4. 2-2 count. Drew Rabel will head on down to first. That's the second walk issued by Jay Stoffel. 1 on, nobody out. Doc Stewart's Baseball today brought to you by Flyway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. First pitch low for Stoffel against Noah Huffman, the shortstop. Huffman, coming back from his first year of college at Lassen Community College. Check swing, he went around and it's called for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now for the hitter Huffman. With a runner, Drew Rabel at first. Quickly into his windup, Stoffel will miss low. 2 balls and a strike. Beautiful day here in Klamath Falls. Plenty of sunshine on the field. Shadows now starting to creep out towards the mound. For those watching, you can totally tell. It's a little dark there. The ball fouled off, got out in front. Huffman out on his front foot on the breaking ball. Got fooled trying to get to that one. 2-2 count now for Stoffel. Misses low. Count goes full. 3-2 pitch with nobody out and 1 on. Second straight batter to get to a full count here against Stoffel. Jace gonna miss in the dirt. And that's ball 4 yet again. Back-to-back walks to start out things here into the second inning for Jace. Also a visit to the mound for not only Spencer City, but also pitching coach Bo Kearns out there to have a quick conversation while they make the visit out to the mound. This 7-inning contest brought to you today by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. Doc's 5-3 on the year. Klamath Falls just 1-1. They have had limited time out on the field this year. Their most recent game, one they just happened to pick up a couple of days ago. It wasn't on the schedule originally. Picked up a game against Walla Walla, won 7-6 in that match. Runners at first and second, nobody out. First pitch from Stoffel bounces in again behind the plate. Spencer Six having a lot of work to do here early in this matchup. Six and Stoffel very familiar with each other, playing together at Roseburg High School in the spring in the same class. They've played plenty of baseball together. The 1-0 from Stoffel gets it across for a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike now against the hitter, Jagger Graham. Right fielder. 1-1 pitch. Takes for strike 2, outside half. So Stoffel finds himself ahead. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 runners on with nobody out. Bottom of the second, Doc's leading 1-0. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him looking. Down on the strikeout goes Graham. Second strikeout of the game for Jay Stoffel. There's your first out of the second inning for the Doc Stewarts. Cade Fanning, the third baseman, will bat. Swings and fouls it into the glove for strike 1. Cade Fanning at third base. Swing badly at another pitch there, missing on the breaking ball, as Jace appears to have his breaking stuff moving pretty good. Cade Fanning from Henley High School, one of the older guys on the team, 18 years old.
Evidently doing donuts out there in the parking lot.
Stoffel's 0-2, strike 3, right down the pipe. And Fanning watches that one go by. Third strikeout victim for Jace. Don't strike out when it comes to one. Trust more well drilling. Keeping Douglas State green since 1947. Calling at 541-459-4039. So now to the 9-hitter, and it's a swing and a miss out of Curtis Mick. Runners still at first and second. They both get there via walk. Rabel at second, Huffman at first. Another swing and a miss for Curtis Mick. Doc Stewart's looking to finish it off here as Stoffel possibly strike out the sides. That visit to the mound must have been a pretty good one. He has struck out the next two batters. The 0-2 pitch just misses. Looks like it is on the inside corner. Not off by much. Does not tempt Curtis Mick, though, into a swing. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There it is. Strike out the side for Jay Stoffel. He's got 4 in the game, and he'll leave 2 runners stranded. No runs on no hits. No Doc Stewart errors. 2 men left on the day for the Klamath Falcons. Head to the top of the 3rd inning in this one. Moving quick through game 1. Docs lead 1-0 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Top of the 3rd and the top of the Roseburg batting.
Top of the 3rd inning, first pitch to Caden Johnson. He fouls off on a bunt attempt. Your Dr. Stewarts are leading 1-0 as we start the 3rd inning against Klamath Falls. Area 4 opener tonight for both these teams. Johnson gets around on a pitch. That one's just over the top of the grandstands down the third base side. And Johnson finds himself in an 0-2 count with a pair of foul balls. The 0-2 fouled away again, and Johnson will stay alive. It's an interesting setup here at Tiger Stadium. Got the open windows here, and you've got the netting that protects us from foul balls. Johnson will foul off another one. It's a brand new net. It's just like if we drop something, the netting's on the outside of the window, there's a gap. If you drop something, it's ending up in the grandstands below us. And so, foul balls into the netting down below. They ricochet up all the way up here. Ground ball tapper back to the mound for Johnson. Is played by Dylan Fitz for out number 1. Grounding that one back to the mound. Johnson will find himself 0-2 on the night.
Yeah, I was the one that first noticed that. I said, hey, you got no holes in front of you.
That's awesome.
1 away, and up next, Cody Johnson will bat. He steps in 0-1 today. He struck out his first time up back in the first inning. Dr. Stewart's Baseball tonight brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Taking outside, Johnson will have a 2-0 count. So it's kind of an interesting setup because it feels as if there's nothing in front of you to avoid things from the field, but then you've got a netting a couple of feet out there that helps protect you from foul balls. It's a little different, but it's not a bad setup. It's not a bad view for sure. 3-0 count here for Johnson. Takes on the breaking ball on the outside corner for a 3-1 count. Johnson striking out, swinging in the first. He'll ground one towards short. In front of it is Huffman. He bobbles it. His throw to first. And they're going to say that Cody Johnson is safe at first, avoiding the tag from Drew Rabel.
safe at first base.
So Johnson will get on safely via the air. So the E6 on the play by Noah Huffman. One on for the Doc Stewarts. One away. Doc scoring one in the top of the second. Could have been more, but they did have a base running error in there that did come back to haunt them.
Still can't believe that call that.
First pitch outside to Spencer 6. Left-handed hitting catcher is 0 for 1 of the game. With a strikeout for himself. He gets underneath one to right field. Coming in is Jagger Graham, now having to go back to make the adjustment. That ball carried on him. He does make the catch up above his head, having to stretch for that one. 2 down. Misread it momentarily, but he makes the adjustment in time. A low fly ball out to right field for Spencer 6. Almost catching Graham off guard. 2 down, 1 on. Jonathan Stone will bat the shortstop. Will wait as the first throw goes over to first base, checking on Cody Johnson, who slides back in safely. Wind blowing out towards center and right. First pitch to Stone. He pulls it down the third base side. That's a fair ball over the top of the bag at third. Heading for third base goes Cody Johnson. They're going to hold him there, and Stone in with a double. Jonathan Stone gets his first hit of the night, a double that he just trips right down that first base or third base line and went over the bag, landed in foul territory down the third base line, but behind the bag, it went over the bag in fair territory. So Stone gets a double. Runners at second and third for the Doc Stewarts. And up the bat will be Jet Black. He takes strike 1 on the first pitch. 0-1 count for Jet, who is 0 for 0 in the game. Walked to lead off the second inning and scored the Doc's only run. They take inside high for a 1-1 count. For Jonathan Stone, 4th double of the season, and that is a team high. He was already the team leader there. Swinging a miss out of Jet. Gives him a 1-2 count. Looking down on the field here from high atop in the press box at Kiger Stadium for those watching online. Swing and a miss and a pitch breaking ball outside. Jet gets caught chasing. That is the third strikeout of the game for Dylan Fitz. And he strands 2 Roseburg runners in scoring position. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Klamath Falls error and 2 men left on base. Head to the bottom of the third inning. Doc Stewart still leading 1-0 on top of the Falcons here on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
On the other side, he has a
by
donut.
Cholitos.
John Mark Tequila.
Yeah, there's a donut shop on one side.
Top of the lineup here for the Klamath Falls Falcons. They trail Doc Stewart's 1-0 as we start the bottom of the third. First pitch from Jay Stoffel in the dirt. Doc Stewart's Baseball Today brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. 2-0 the count. Stoffel missed high and inside. Out of the windup. Ground ball towards third. Cody Johnson underneath the glove. Barehands it. Throws to first. He got knocked down, and that might have went under his glove and off his leg. Knocked it down right underneath him, and he was able to recover the baseball quickly. Throws to Jonathan Stone at first for the first out. Nice recovery there on a ball that he had to charge at third base for Cody Johnson. 1 down. John Tacchini now 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of groundouts.
All-conference player from Roseburg.
First pitch on the outside corner from Stoffel is called for a strike against Caden Bolanos. He was 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out in the first. He swings well ahead on another breaking ball. Swings and misses, and he seems to be very upset with himself for continuing to whiff at those off-speed pitches way out in front. An 0-2 count, and Stoffel will step off time call.
1 out.
Got one down. Here in the bottom of the third, Doc's leading 1-0. Pitch is high to Bolanos, and it's a 1-2 count. Well, this is one of 2 Area 4 matchups going on tonight as a ground ball chops into foul territory. Stays a 1-2 count. Taking a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Other games from Area 4. The Medford Mustangs and the Grants Pass Nuggets are squaring off after 2 innings of play. It's still scoreless in that ball game. Pitch high for a 2-2 count now for Bolanos. Garrettson Building Supply. Building relationships, building projects, building materials. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. One hopper to short, scooped up at first by Jonathan Stone on the throw by Caden Johnson. 6-3 to put out, 2 down. And the 3-hitter Blake Loney will bat with nobody on and 2 away. That is the same situation it was when he came up to bat in the first inning and drew a 2-out walk, ended up at second base on a wild pitch. But that's where he was left stranded. The first pitch to him, he swings and misses at a breaking ball that ended up in the dirt. An 0-1 count to start for Loney. He's headed to UCC to play for the Riverhawks as a quick one-hopper gets on Jonathan Stone into right field. Doran Gillespie will field it, gets it back in. It's going to be Loney out to second base now.
That'll
be an error there at first base for Jonathan Stone. A quick one-hopper at him. Point blank there. First pitch now to Bailey Whitlock. Whitlock 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ball game. Out at second base, Blake Loney for a second time. 1-0 swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Bailey. Come on, kid.
There was no error by
the 1-1 ground ball back to the mound. It's fielding it as Stoffel. A throw over to first base. Jonathan Stone there to finish things up. So the runner on base with 2 outs doesn't come back to haunt the Docs as they get out of it once again. No runs. No hits. 1 Doc Stewart error. 1 man left on base. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning. Still 1-0 lead for your Doc Stewarts here on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The School.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the 4th inning, Docs leading 1-0. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Dylan Fitz on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Feels like we've been flying through on this one. It's a 1-0 ball game so far, a pitcher's duel. Both teams with an error so far in the ball game. Doc Stewart's leading 1-0. Leading things off will be Doran Gillespie for the Docs. As they get ready for the start of the game, everybody on the infield meeting on the mound with Fitz as they now break for their positions. Dylan Fitz has been looking pretty sharp so far, but he got roughed up there in the second inning when he gave up 3 hits, all 3 of them singles, one of them resulting in a RBI for Casey Pettibone. Pettibone waiting on deck as Gillespie at the plate takes the first pitch in the dirt. Ball 1, but Fitz comes back with a strike on the outside corner. Evens up the count at 1-1. Gillespie had a ball right back up the middle his last time up. He's ahead on that pitch, fouls it off. That fouled off into the catcher, it looked like. 1-2 count for Gillespie. Gillespie try and really bring up that average. He'll swing and miss. 4th strikeout of the game for Dylan Fitz. And get that average up around 300 if he could. Get a hit and then mix it in with a few strikeouts from time to time. And he does that here today. A single in the second, a strikeout here in the 4th for Gillespie. 1 away. Casey Pettibone will take a pitch outside for ball 1. Pettibone had the RBI single deep down the line in left field. Landed just in front of the fence. It started foul and drifted back into fair territory. He'll take on a breaking ball for strike 1. 1-1 count for Pettibone, who was fooled on that breaking ball. He thought it was coming inside. That ball was over the heart of the plate by the time it crossed. A lot of movement on the curveball there for Dylan Fitz, who misses high on the 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike for Casey Pettibone. Pettibone, though, got caught out at third base as he ran into Doran Gillespie, misread the signs. Takes him a breaking ball for strike 3. No, strike 2, excuse me. Another one that he thought was coming right at him, and he ducks out of the way, and it cuts in for a strike. Pettibone will have to dig back in. Think he might get another breaking ball here. The 2-2 misses inside. Full count.
No good inside on that one.
I think that time, then the chess match that is happening, Dylan Fitz went with the fastball on the inside corner and wondering if he could catch him, thinking it would be a breaking ball again. 3-2. They go to the breaking ball and it's high. Had to have been high. It was right over the plate. A walk issued by Dylan Fitz puts Casey Pettibone on base for a second time. For Dylan Fitz, it's just his second walk of the night to 4 strikeouts. Drake Bourgeois will bat. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1, scooped up by Loney behind the plate. Bourgeois 1 for 1 in the game, hit an opposite field single. And that is when the base running error came into play for the Doc Stewarts as Pettibone ran into Doran Gillespie at third, and there was 2 runners at the same bag. Never a good thing. A strike called against Bourgeois, 1-1 count. 1-0 the lead for the Docs here, top of the 4th. League opener for the Docs and the Falcons. Ground ball, foul on the third base side. That'll be strike 2 for Bourgeois. Drake Bourgeois had come in this season. He had only had 8 at-bats. Was batting .250. He's 1 for 1 here today. A 1-2 pitch coming up for him as he looked down to third to get the sign from Coach York. A 1-2 pitch. Chops another one fouled on the third base side. Coach York down there at third, helping direct the players on the field. At first base is Coach Kroc in the dugout running the ship. Of course, head coach Jeremiah Roberts. The 1-2. High and inside, evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Drake Bourgeois. Jacob Luther waiting on deck. 1 away so far here in the 4th inning. Docs on top by 1, looking to add to it. Pitch in the dirt will take the count 4. So Bourgeois with a battle going against Dylan Fitz. He's fouled off a few pitches. What will he get on a 3-2? Swings and fouled it off just enough to stay alive. That one got fouled into the glove of Loney, but I think it kind of got into the body as well. Got, I think, hit off of his glove and then off of his leg, and he takes a moment to deliver a new baseball out to the mound, and able to walk around for a second. Now settles back in behind home. So we'll do it again on another 3-2 pitch. That one, strike 3 called. Another breaking ball that the Ducks hitter thought was going to get him on the inside corner. And there's 2 away. That, the breaking stuff for Dylan Fitz tonight has been moving.
That was a cool.
2 down for Jacob Luther. First base swinging for him. Line drive over short, out into left center. Pettibone's going to try to go for 3. The throw on line. Didn't pick up the sign quick enough. And a single by Jacob Luther ends up with Pettibone thrown out at third. That'll finish off the 4th inning. Doc Stewart's unable to score, but they still lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is Doc's Baseball, streaming on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Your surgery.
Yep.
6 weeks ago.
Yep. You gotta get some kind of money.
Bottom of the 4th, still 1-0 lead for the Docks. Jay Stoffel still on the mound. First pitch swinging from Drew Rabel. He rockets one up towards right center. Out line drive shot goes past Jay Stoffel on the mound. He stuck his glove on trying to get to it. Didn't quite do it. He gets all the way out to Jet Blackie in right center field. The leadoff single for the Falcons. They trail the Doc Stewarts 1-0.
With cards that we are open right now, and that you can add to.
So 1 on, nobody out.
Hey, Tom, music.
First hit.
Got it.
First hit for the Doc Stewarts, or excuse me, for the Falcons here tonight.
See what you just did.
Pitch in the dirt on the first pitch now to Noah Huffman.
How much are the cards?
1-0 count. Huffman in the second.
Credit card. Let's go.
He'll ground one right side, gets through. Up to second base goes Rabel. Rabel. Shoving second base. Runners at first and second with nobody down. Back-to-back singles here in the 4th inning for Klamath Falls. And they have the go-ahead run on base. Trying to cut down as they currently trail 1-0. Jagger Graham will bat. He struck out looking in the second. Second time through the lineup here for the Falcons in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Stoffel. Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score is brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Doc scoring their 1 run in the 2nd inning. They've threatened in the last couple, but have not been able to do so. A bunt laid down third base side. Cody Johnson will field. Throws over first. They get the out there. The second into scoring position. 1 away. Drew Rabel up to third. No out. Over to second. Sack bunt. Exactly what it was intended to do. Cade Fanning will bat. He struck out looking back in the second inning. Take the first pitch for ball one. A couple of base hits here in the fourth inning to get the Falcons into the hit column. That ball fouled away into the netting behind home. A rocket shot. 1-1 count.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on at second and third.
They went through the net.
Pitch in the dirt. The count will go to 2-1.
It's got a stretch. Yeah, that's good.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Come on, Kate.
Come on, Kate.
Hey, just like last night, Kate. On that. Good job, man. This is supposed to do that.
2 on here, still and not Stewart. 2-1 pitch.
Full count.
So we've got a 3-2 count. Just got alerted that I think our we've got some audio issues here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3.
Okay, that was late. Holy cow.
There's your second out.
Remember that.
There's the 5th strikeout of the game for fifth strikeout for Jay Stoffel. Runners at first, or excuse me, at second and third. With now 2 down. First pitch, strike 1 against Curtis Mick. Trying to get this audio issue figured out here in between innings for those watching online. I'm not sure why we had a technical difficulty there.
Let's go, Curtis.
The 1-1, swing and a miss. That ball in the dirt. And got a 1-2 count now against Mick, who's 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout. Stoffel trying to leave 2 men stranded on base. A 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Stoffel will get out of the inning with his 6th strikeout of the night. That'll wrap things up for Klamath Falls in the bottom of the 4th. No runs on 2 hits, no Doc Stewart errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490. The Score.
That hurts.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Top of the 5th inning, Doc Stewart's leading 1-0. Hopefully for those watching online, the audio sounds a little bit better here. Got that fixed, I do believe. Sorry for all the technical issues we've been having here tonight. Doc's lead 1-0 as we go to the 5th inning. First pitch swinging for Caden Johnson. Flies one to right field. And it is caught out there by Jagger Graham for the first out as Caden goes 0 for 3 now. It's the 3rd time he has led off an inning so far here tonight. And each time he has been able to, or each time he's been an out to lead off the inning. Cody Johnson will bat. Cody takes a strike on the outside corner to lead things off. The 0-1 pitch from Dylan Fitz, still working. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded at second by Curtis Mick. Sets and throws to first. Johnson will be out number 2 as he grounds up the middle. So 2 down. Docs going quickly here in the top of the 5th with a 1-0 edge at the moment. Not a comfortable margin by any means. First pitch to Spencer 6 on the outside. Misses for ball 1. I would say, judging on the levels, it looks like our video audio has gotten better. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 against Spencer 6. 6 is 0 for 2 in the game, a strikeout and a flyout. The 1-1 outside. 2 balls and a strike. Shadows starting to creep out on most of the infield grass. The 2-1 pitch. Strike taken. 2-2. The mound now in the shadows. That might make it easier for the hitters. The 2-2 pitch bounces low and inside. Full count now for 6. Third base is starting to get into the shadows. The rest of the infield still in the sun. The sun field is out and left. Shielding his eyes is John Tacchini. The 3-2 pitch high and away. Ball 4 for Spencer 6. A 2-out walk issued. Docs will get a man on base. Trying desperately to add a run to that 1-run advantage. In the last couple of innings, Docs had Jonathan Stone at second, couldn't bring him around. And they had Cody Johnson at third that same inning, back in the third. It's the first pitch to Stone. He gets one out, line out to center or left field. It bounces off the glove for Tacchini, and this should be extra bases for Spencer 6. He's rounding third, heading for home. John Stone in to second base, and the Docs will add a run with 2 outs. Out in left field, John Tacchini couldn't field it on the 1 hop. The line drive was good for a single for Jonathan Stone, and then the error in left field by Tacchini will allow the run to come in. Spencer 6 scoring on the error, and the Doc Stewart's lead at 2-0. Stone out at second with 2 down. First pitch to Jet Black is called for a strike. The 0-1 pitch for Jet. Outside. So 1-1 count for Jet. Out at second base, Jonathan Stone. The 1-1 pitch, Jet will take for ball 2. Hearing him talk about the hop on that line drive off of Jonathan Stone. The ground obviously very hard here at Kiger Stadium. That one took a wicked hop in left field for Tacchini. Two balls and a strike right now for Jet Black. He walked in the second, scored a run, put the Docs up 1-0. Now he'll hit one over second into shallow center field. Stone around third. He'll head to the plate, going to get there easily. And a 2-out single for Jet Black will drive in another run as the Doc Stewarts now take a 3-0 lead. Stone running all the way on contact with 2 outs, scoring easily. The throw getting cut off on the infield. That was just a soft liner up over second base for Jet Black, and it took a while to get to Bolanos out in center field, and by the time he was sending it back in, Stone was almost halfway to the plate. First pitch for Doran Gillespie is called for a strike. Dylan Fitz continues to throw strikes, but right now has been unable to get that final out. Gillespie's 0-1 pitch. He gets underneath that line drive and into left center. Stopping at second base will be Jet Black, looking to pick up the signal from Coach York there at third. It seems as if base running, Docs maybe feel like they're a little tentative out there for some reason, running around the bases. Jet seemed like he didn't pick up Coach York until he was already at second instead of trying to pick him up beforehand. Gillespie on at first. Runners at first and second with 2 down. And batting now is Casey Pettibone. And Pettibone's had some issues on the bases himself as he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Pettibone walking in his last at-bat and had a single in his first. As he checks swings, it's going to be called for a strike. He's got himself an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes for Pettibone. He's been able to get his way on base, but that's where the issues have been springing up for him. Still a youngster wrapping up his junior year there at Umpqua Valley Christian School. Still learning the game, I'm sure, in many different facets. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll wrap it up for Dylan Fitz here in the 5th. So he gets his 6th strikeout of the game, but the Doc Stewarts on a 2-out rally add 2 more runs, lead 3-0 going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jay Stoffel back out on the mound. We'll have it for you when we return on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
First pitch from Jay Stoffel, delivered to John Tacchini. And the leadoff man up for a 3rd time to lead off an inning. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Doc Stewart's leading 3-0 as a swing and a miss out of Tacchini gives him an 0-2 count. John Tacchini 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of groundouts so far. The 0-2 fouled off, stays an 0-2 count. Doc Stewart's baseball this evening is presented by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County with for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. The 0-2, ground ball foul again. Third base side this time. Leadoff man, Tacchini. It's been interesting. The leadoff man for both teams has been up in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Both teams going through the lineup very similar. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for John Tacchini, his first strikeout of the night. For Jay Stoffel, it is number 7 on the evening. Another strikeout for him. Don't strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. Caden Bolanos will bat. The 0-2, or excuse me, he's 0 for 2 on the day, but he gets drilled on the first pitch.
Catcher, number 22.
First beanball of the night for Jay Stoffel. 1 on, 1 out. Blake Loney will bat. Stoffel had to pitch out of runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out in the 4th. And he got back-to-back strikeouts to get out of that jam. He'll try to avoid getting into a jam here with a man on at first. Try to get that double play ball here. First pitch to Loney. Misses outside for ball 1. Loney has reached on a walk and an error. The 1-0 pitch, low and inside for ball 2. Take a look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here in a moment as we check in Medford, where Grants Pass and Medford are squaring off in the other Area 4 opener tonight. Pitch low to Loney. Loney is a 3-0 count now. Finding out that the bottom of the 3rd in that game, and it is 1-0 Medford in front of Grants Pass. The 3-0 from Stoffel. Back to the mound, picks it up on the line drive, double play. And the Docs will get out of it. A line drive comebacker. Stoffel, the glove save, and a beaut. And he will get the second out there, then doubles off Caden Bolanos at first, who had no chance to get back to the bag. So the Doc Stewarts get the double play they needed there in the 5th on some fancy glove work out of Jay Stoffel. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Docs on top 3-0 in this opener of a doubleheader tonight on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Left fielder number 3, Drake Bourgeois.
Top of the 6th inning. Drake Bourgeois going to get on the first pitch he sees. Drives it out to center field, though, and it goes right into the glove for center fielder Caden Bolanos. 1 away. As Bourgeois now 1 for 3 in the contest. Got on that one, but just hit it right to the center fielder. 1 down. Jacob Luther will bat. Docs lead 3-0 on top of Klamath Falls. It is our opener to Area 4 play. Docs looking to win back-to-back games for just the second time this season as well. First pitch inside to Jacob Luther. Luther this evening is 1 for 2. Had a single his last time up. Takes outside for a 2-0 count. Doc Stewart's 3 runs right now on a total of 8 hits, 1 error. Strike across against Luther. 2 balls and a strike now. 1 down. Still on the mound is Dylan Fitz throwing for Klamath Falls. Check swing went around. Luther couldn't hold off on that one. He got fooled on the pitch, tried to hold up and unable to do so. 2-2 delivery for Fitz out of the windup. Misses well outside, and the count goes full. Nobody on, 1 away. Luther's 3-2 pitch. Bounces in, he'll take for ball 4. First walk for Jacob Luther tonight. For Dylan Fitz, that is the 4th walk he has issued this evening. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the lineup, Caden Johnson trying to get started here. He is 0 for 3. He'll take outside in the dirt. Blake Loney up with the scoop. Looked as if he was a little unhappy with how much he's been working back behind the plate on a warm day here in Klamath Falls. A visit out to the mound for the Falcons. We'll take a break to let you know here that Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Neither team has gone to the pen as of yet, but when they do, and if they do, all called to the pens are brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. Looking down at home plate here from behind home. As the lights will start coming on here eventually. Although we've been cruising through this game 1 pretty good here. They may not really take full effect all that much tonight by the time we get done. First pitch to Caden Johnson inside for ball 1. Actually, I had that down already as ball 1 for Johnson. I think it's a 2-0 count actually for Caden. The first one was outside in the dirt. Believe it's a 2-0 count. Ball in the dirt, then they had the visit to the mound, and then that one. The 2-0 pitch, squaring to bunt. Johnson pops out one foul down the first base side. 2 balls and a strike out at first base, Jacob Luther. Drawing a one-out walk to get himself on. He'll take the lead. Fitz out of the stretch. Inside pitch, a breaking ball there that Johnson got a piece of, fouls it away. Stayed on it, but got in on the hands. Was not fooled like the other guys have been tonight by that breaking ball by Fitz. They would have been diving out of the way in previous at-bats. Johnson stayed in there, tried to get a piece of it. The 2-2 is high. Full count now. Hopefully the Docs have been learning from previous at-bats, and they're staying in on that breaking ball that has fooled them throughout the night here from Dylan Fitz. Full count pitch. Outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Dylan Fitz, and up to second base goes Jacob Luther. Out to first goes Caden Johnson. His first time on base here this evening. Cody Johnson will bat with 1 out. And now another visit to the mound, and that's likely going to mean the end of the night for Dylan Fitz on the mound. He will hand over the baseball. We get our first call to the pen, brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. We will get the final line for Dylan Fitz and tell you all about the new pitcher when we come back. Top of the 6th, Docs currently leading 3-0. 2 men on, 1 out. A pitching change brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction here on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
The 2 runners on base will go to the credit of Dylan Fitz if they come around to score, but the final line for the starter for Klamath Falls, 5 1/3 innings worked, 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. As Caden Whitlock now takes over on the mound. He inherits the 2 runners at first and second, Caden Johnson at first, and Jacob Luther out at second, both reaching on walks here in the 6th inning. Docs leading 3-0 on top of the Klamath Falls Falcons. And this pitching change brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. First man up for the Docs to face the new pitcher will be Cody Johnson. Johnson today is 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 3rd. First pitch is high for ball 1. On the mound, Caden Whitlock, a lefty. Whitlock from Mazama High School. A lefty working the third base side of the rubber. Out of the stretch is 1-0, is fouled back for a 1-1 count. Third base now completely in shadows. The infield grass pretty much all in shadows as they make their way from the first base side out towards left field here tonight. A 1-1 pitch to Johnson. Comebacker up the middle. Knocked down at short. It rolls to the second baseman. He got it there in time. That's going to get Caden Johnson. It'll be, I guess, a fielder's choice for Cody Johnson. 2 down. Runners on the corners for the Docs. Out at short, Noah Huffman sliding behind the bag to knock down that ball. It got away from him, but it just happened to roll to second. On the bag, stretching for the baseball, picking it up with his bare hand was Curtis Mick while he had the tag on first, like a first baseman stretching for the ball, and he got it just in time to retire Caden Johnson. So with that out at second base, runners on the corners with 2 down. The batter is Spencer Six, lefty versus lefty matchup, and the first pitch misses inside. At third base is Jacob Luther. Doc scored 2 runs on 2 outs in the 5th inning, trying to add some more here. Swing and a foul back by 6, has a 1-1 count. So 2 down. Cody Johnson at first, Jacob Luther at third. Spencer Six trying to get his offense going. It has been a slow start to the summer for him. He chops one towards first. On the short hop, fielded by Drew Rabel. Takes it to the bag himself to retire the final out. The top of the 6th inning, Docs will leave runners at first and third. They lead 3-0 though as we go to the bottom of the 6th. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Leading off for the Falcons, the DH, number 8, Bailey Whitlock.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball tonight brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. Jay Stoffel on the mound continuing into the 6th inning. He'll get a strike on the first pitch against Bailey Whitlock, the DH. 0 for 2 tonight. That one beans him on the forearm. Spencer Six was trying to say that he was swinging after it. The umpire says no, it hit him on the elbow. So another hit by pitch for Jay Stoffel. That's the second of the night. A runner on at first with nobody out. Drew Rabel had a single his last time up. Got left at third base though. Jay Stoffel was able to retire 3 straight after back-to-back singles to lead off things in the 4th. One of those singles from Rabel. Took the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0 count. Misses for ball 2. I do not. Oh, there's the bullpen. I thought it was over there somewhere. Nobody throwing for the Docs at the moment. Pitch outside, a 3-0 count. The Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update, checking in again from Medford after 4 innings. Medford leading now 4-0 on top of Grants Pass in the opener for both of those teams in Area 4. 3-0, taken for a strike. So Drew Rabel now will stand back in with the hitters count at 3-1. Stoffel finds the grip, swing and a miss for strike 2. Stoffel has gutted out one here tonight. He has found himself in some tough spots, but he's been able to battle through them. A man at first after a beanball. A 3-2 pitch to Drew Rabel. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. That'll be another strikeout for Jay Stoffel. Don't forget, do not strike out when it comes to water for your home. Trust more well drilling, keeping Douglas County green since 1947. 1 away. Jay Stoffel racking up the strikeouts, up to 9 now, as he gets a first strike across against Noah Huffman. One man on at first, that is Bailey Whitlock. Ground ball gets through at short. Out to left field, and it's misplayed by Bourgeois. An error in left field. He'll send it back in. The runner in safely to third base. So Bailey Whitlock advancing to third on the error in left. And Noah Huffman on with the single at first. Playing for the double play up the middle. And the Docs had short left wide open. Runners on the corners, and Jagger Graham will bat. Graham is 0 for 1 tonight, had a sac bunt his last time up. First pitch he takes for strike one. An 0-1 count. That error for the Doc Stewarts gives them 2 now in the ball game. Swing and a miss for strike 2 for Graham. Trying to drive in the first run of the game for Klamath Falls. They trail 3-0, getting shut out by Jay Stoffel. Stoffel looking for a strikeout, ground ball, something to get an out here. He will bounce it in, and Six knocks it down behind the plate. Six, that one off the chest protector, right underneath him. He does a nice job of blocking those balls low, and you got to do it when you got Jay Stoffel on the mound. He likes to mix it up with the breaking ball in the dirt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss with the breaking ball in the dirt. They throw to second, get the out there, and that'll wrap up things here. Runner at first, not sure why he took off there, thinking that pitch in the dirt, maybe that with the runner or the batter at the plate taking off on a pitch in the dirt that he swung after with our first base occupied. The runner at first didn't need to take off. He did, and Six throws him out. Base running error for Klamath Falls, clears the bases and finishes the inning. As the Doc Stewarts hang on to their 3-0 lead, we go to the 7th. Doc's looking to add some more insurance when we return on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Seventh inning coming up. Doc Stewart's baseball brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Lefty on the mound continues to throw for Klamath Falls. Caden Whitlock will wind and fire. First pitch to Jonathan Stone is outside for ball 1. So the Docs leading at 3-0. Base running has been a little sketchy for both teams here tonight. 1-0 delivery for Stone. Check swing. And it's in high for a 2-0 count. Doc Stewart's this season with 2 homers. Jonathan Stone does not have one. It kind of feels like a night that somebody might go over the fence. The 2-0 pitch lined up the middle. Stone will just take a single to center. His second hit of the night. Actually, his third hit of the night. He's had a single and a double, now another single. Nice night for Jonathan Stone. Good to see for him. He was one of the top hitters for the Docs last season. Injury kind of slowed him during the spring season with the Roseburg Indians. But Stone had come in batting .217. His average is going to be going up as he's batting 3 for 4 tonight. So got a man on at first with nobody out here to start out the 7th inning. Strike on the outside corner against Jet Black, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Had an RBI single in the 5th. Walked and scored a run in the 2nd. The 0-1 pitch from Whitlock, the lefty. Gets Jet to foul off the next pitch. Jet putting that one in the netting on the first base side here behind home at Kiger Stadium. A lot of people out enjoying the sun here today. Some great stands on both sides to enjoy the weather. The patios down each line. Really set up for an enjoyable experience at the ballpark. The 0-2 outside for Jet. You've got kind of the beer garden area, you'd call it at most ballparks. They 1-2 count here with nobody out, a man on at first. Whitlock delivers to the plate. Jet will hit a screamer down the third base side into left field. Picked up by Takini. Up to second goes Jonathan Stone, and Jet will have his second hit of the night. A lot of hits going all around for the Doc Stewarts here this evening. For runners at first and second with nobody out. Gillespie is 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of singles. 10 hits in the game now for the Doc Stewarts. Up to bat, Gillespie, the first pitch, outside and high. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Docs in front. Docs scoring 2 runs in the 5th to go along with the 1 run they had in the 2nd, building a 3-0 lead. First pitch here for Gillespie, his second pitch. He's got now a 1-1 count as he swings and misses. The 1-1 delivery for Gillespie. Man in scoring position, RBI opportunity here for Dorn. That pitch inside just misses him. 2 balls and a strike for Gillespie. Dorn coming in. This season with 7 RBI. Tied for second most on the team. Trailing Jacob Luther with 9. He gets that one in the air. It's drifting and out of play. Foul ball evens up his count at 2-2. Looking at that RBI category for the Doc Stewarts. Jacob Luther with 9. Jonathan Stone with 7. And Doran Gillespie with 7. Those were coming into the game, so Gillespie does not have any. Stone does not have any either. Jacob doesn't have any, so none of them have added to their totals. Doran fouls off another pitch, stays at a 2-2 count. Jonathan Stone out at second. Jet Black is at first. Docs leading 3-0. Pettibone has an RBI. Jet Black has an RBI, and a run scored on an error. 2-2 here for Gillespie. Bounces in behind the plate. Looney is going to stop it. Runners are going. The throw to third is right on target. Pitch was in the dirt, but it did not get away from Blake Loney, and Stone will get thrown out at third trying to advance. It'll be a 3-2 count at the plate for Doran Gillespie. So Stone thought he got a good read on it. Unfortunately, the ball did not escape Blake Loney behind the plate. And he is able to get the out at third. An out now with a runner out at second, and we'll now have a runner at first again as Doran Gillespie will head on down to first base on a full count walk. So we're back to runners at first and second. Gillespie will draw the walk, his first walk of the night. Casey Pettibone will bat with 1 away. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to Pettibone. Casey has had a nice night hitting. A single in the second for a run or an RBI. Drew a walk in the 4th. He did strike out his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Check swing strike. Wind blowing out to center field still. It's a breezy day here at Kiger. Blows out to center or blows out to right center as it blows kind of left to right across the outfield grass. 1-1 from Whitlock. That pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike for Pettibone. Top of the 7th, Docs leading 3-0. Would love to add some insurance. They've definitely missed opportunities to add some runs with guys getting thrown out on base. Pettibone waits on the 2-1 pitch. It's high and away. Gives him a 3-1 count. Out at first base again, Doran Gillespie, Jet Black at second. Some decent speed on the bases. Whitlock gets the sign he wants from Blake Loney behind the plate. His 3-1 delivery. Ball 4, and he's walked the bases loaded. If it hadn't been for Stone getting thrown out at third, that would have brought in a run. As it stands, though, bases are loaded with just one out. And Drake Bourgeois will hit. He had a single to right field in his second inning at bat. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Just one out. So right now, Doc Stewart's looking to stay out of a double play ball here as time is called. Up in front of the plate, Blake Loney, I think, giving some instructions to his fellow infielders. Out in left field, John Tacchini continues to shield his eyes from the sun out in left field, the sun field here today. Bourgeois goes after the first pitch and fouls it away down the right field side. Out in right field, Jagger Graham playing Bourgeois straight up. In center field, Caden Bolanos is shading him a bit towards right field. And there is a big gap down the left field line if Bourgeois can get around on one. He goes right side, though. Ground ball to second. Bobbled, picked up, throw to first will be there in time. As Curtis Mick stays with it to get the second out, but a run scores. It's an RBI ground out for Drake Bourgeois. Goes opposite side, scores Jet Black. 4-0, Doc's now in front. Doran Gillespie up to third. Casey Pettibone to second. Runners at second and third with 2 down. Luther going to try to add to his RBI total, and he will. He hits one up the middle. He drives in one. They're going to send around another run. Pettibone to the plate. 2 runs will score. Docs now lead 6-0. Luther now in double digits for his RBI total this season as he hits a 2-run single up the middle with 2 outs. Gillespie scored and Pettibone scored. And Luther picks up 2 more now. 11 RBIs on the season for him. Out of the 9 spot almost the entire year, he has been able to drive in runs. That's pretty impressive for that young man, hitting in the 9 spot. And not just coming up with getting on base, but driving in runs. Caden Johnson up to bat, looking for his first hit. He takes outside for ball 1. 3 runs in here in the top of the 7th. Doc's on top 6-0. Jacob Luther at first. The 1-0 pitch to Johnson. No, a throw over to first. Back in safely goes Luther. Johnson 0 for 3 tonight. Drew a walk his last time up. He has had a hit in every game except for one this season for the Docs, but he needs one here tonight to keep that streak going, and there it is. A line drive to left field. Out to John Tacchini. He picks it up and sends it back in as Luther takes a turn at second, stays there, and in his 5th at bat of the night, Caden Johnson gets his first hit. Single to left field puts runners at first and second. Still 2 outs, top of the 7th. Docs starting to come around with the offense here this evening. That is the 4th hit here in the 7th inning. Doc's up to 12 total. First pitch to Cody Johnson is high from Caden Whitlock. There is some action up in the bullpen now for the Falcons. A righty over there throwing. Whitlock's 1-0 pitch to Cody Johnson. Strike called at the knees. A 1-1 count with 2 outs. That is Jacob Moore that is throwing in the bullpen for Klamath Falls. A called strike against Caden Johnson gives him a 1-2 count. His younger brother Cody is out at first. Jacob Luther at second. 2 down. Doc's already with 3 runs in. A 1-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second. Mick in front of it. Hill underhand flip takes the easy route to second base to get the final out here in the top of the 7th. That wraps things up for the Doc Stewarts. They send 8 hitters to the plate. And they score 3 runs. 3 runs come in on 4 hits. There were no errors for Klamath Falls and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Klamath Falls needing 6 runs to tie, 7 to walk off with a win. We'll come back after this 1-minute break on 1-minute break on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Doc Stewart's leading 6-0, trying to close out their first win in Area 4 play against Klamath Falls. Doc Stewart's went 3-1 against Klamath Falls last year, so they're trying to start things off and see if they can find their way to taking the full series against the Falcons this year. The 1-0 pitch taken for strike 1 by Cade Fanning, who leads things off for the Falcons here in the 7th. Now he'll take another strike, a 1-2 count. Fanning 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, both looking. Fouls off one, sharply hit over towards the on-deck circle by the Doc Stewart side. Stays a 1-2 count. Jay Stoffel going for a complete game victory here. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Cade Fanning. 11th strikeout of the night for Jay Stoffel. 1 away. Curtis Mick, the second baseman, bats. Fouls off the first pitch he gets. Down the third base line. Got jammed on that shot right off the handle. Curtis Mick 0 for 2 tonight in the bottom of the lineup with a pair of strikeouts as well. He takes high and inside for a 1-1 count. No action in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. They look like set to go with Jay Stoffel here to try and get this win. The 1-1 outside. And looks like apparently through the glove for Spencer Six. Went all the way to the backstop. He gets a fresh baseball. The 2-1 from Stoffel. That ball well hit high in the air out towards left field. It's going foul. Giving chase is Bourgeois. And that ball foul, just in foul territory. He lost it looked like, at the last second in the sun. It wasn't off by much for him. There's not a lot of foul territory down that line. Maybe all of 8-10 feet down there. And so easy to cover the space. Bourgeois was there, but he just kind of overran it. I think he lost it at the last moment, and it just lands in foul territory. 2-2 count. Pitch bounces in from Bourgeois. The count goes, from Stoffel. The count goes full. That foul ball reminiscent back to earlier in the game. In the second inning, when Casey Pettibone put one over there, his foul ball hooked back into fair territory. There's another one well struck down that left field line, but that one's even more foul and out of play. Stays a 3-2 count. So we've got a score correction on that Medford game. Apparently I had some bad information.
After 5 innings, it's 3-1 Medford in front of Grants Pass. We were told they were up 4-0 at one point. It's actually 3-1 Medford in front of Grants Pass after 5 innings. 3-2 pitch yet again for Stoffel against Curtis Mick. Bounces off the plate into the netting, and down to first base will go Curtis Mick. He gets his first time on base. For Jay Stoffel, the walk is the first he has issued since the second inning and his 4th overall in the game. 1 run on with 1 out. Still a 6-run lead for the Docs, of course, so they're comfortably in the lead. Klamath Falls is going to need quite the comeback here. Leadoff man John Tacchini up to bat. He took the first pitch for ball 1. Stoffel misses outside for a 2-0 count. Stoffel might be starting to tire just a little bit here as he's in the 7th, but he needs just 2 more outs to get through this game. His 2-0 pitch, ground ball right side, gets into right field. Thorin Gillespie comes to get it. The runner from first, Curtis Mick, only makes it to second base. A single, first hit of the game for John Tacchini. And he is 1 for 4. Jeremiah Robbins will head out to the mound with runners at first and second, and we're going to get a call to the pen for the Doc Stewarts. Stoffel faces 3 in the 7th, and he is not going to, it doesn't look like going to get a chance to finish this one. I believe that Jacob Luther is going to come in for him. And Luther ran into the dugout, I think, to get his pitcher's mitt. And now Coach Robbins is directing on where he wants to send everybody. So Luther will, it looks like, take over. He gets the baseball from Jay Stoffel, and Stoffel is going to head to third base as we switch things around on the infield. We'll tell you all of the details when we come back as we get you straightened out. It's a Shelby and Migulandi Construction call to the pen. Jacob Luther taking over on the mound, trying to close it out for Jay Stoffel and get a win here in Game 1 of league play for the Doc Stewarts on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490. The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyze and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Jacob Luther will make his first appearance on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. He comes on in relief for Jay Stoffel, and Luther taking on Caden Bolanos. Misses low and inside on the first pitch for ball 1. So Stoffel comes out of the game. He moves to third. Cody Johnson goes from third to second. Pitch bounces in for Luther. The runners will all hold. The 2-0 count for Bolanos. Caden Bolanos 0 for 2 in this game. Last time up was hit by a pitch. During the spring season for the Umpqua Valley Christian Monarchs, Jacob Luther pitched in 15 games, made 4 starts, threw 39 innings, had a 5-0 record with 5 saves. So he gets a strike in for a 2-1 count. 5 saves during the season, a 5-0 record, had a 1.79 ERA, 52 strikeouts, 22 walks. Those are pretty good numbers there for Luther, but his first appearance this summer gets a swing and a miss out of Bolanos, who I thought for a moment he was going to slam his bat into the ground. Didn't seem to be happy with himself missing on that breaking ball. He's got 2 runners on, first and second. The 2-2 bounces. It gets away from 6, and the runners will both move up. Mick goes to third.
and Takini goes up to second. And at the plate, it's a full count for Caden Bolanos. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. A big strikeout there for Jacob Luther. There's your second out. And up next will be Blake Loney, batting with 2 on and 2 out. Blake Loney is 0 for 2 tonight, reached on an error and has a walk. First pitch from Luther. Bounces in front of the plate. Luther will come to help Spencer Six, and he'll pick up the baseball, a 1-0 count. So for Jacob Luther, this is not going to be a save opportunity as he gets a strike across against Loney, a 1-1 count. With a lead of 6 and only 2 men on, it was too big of a lead for Luther to be in for a save opportunity. Loney gets underneath one high in the air, backing up into the outfield grass. Cody Johnson backpedaling a little faster towards the end, underneath it, as he, from second base, makes the final out. Klamath Falls gets shut out in Game 1 behind a stellar pitching performance from Jay Stoffel. Stoffel goes 6 1/3 innings and allows just 4 hits in the ball game. And the Doc Stewart's able to hold Klamath Falls off the board, and they hang on for a victory. Doc Stewart's win 6-0 as they get the win in Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll go to the Roseburg Disposal postgame show to wrap up Game 1 and get you ready for Game 2. Plus, don't forget, coming up in between games, for all of those that may have joined us late or caught the video stream as it started late, we will be talking with Garrett Simon here in between games as well. Come back after this 2-minute break. Docs win 6-0 in Game 1 against Klamath Falls on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back here from Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls as the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts get a 6-0 win in Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. Docs get it with 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors, and for Klamath Falls, no runs on 4 hits and 2 errors for the Falcons.
Well, the Doc Stewarts with the victory. They'll go to 1-0 in league play. They go to 6-3 overall in the season for just a second time tonight. Second time this season. The Doc Stewarts able to get back-to-back victories. They've only done that one other time, but tonight they get their second in a row, following up the win on yesterday, against the Salem Whitnell Dodgers. So Doc Stewart's nice win here to start out the series against Klamath Falls. They'll look to pull off a road sweep and then head to the hotel to get a little bit of rest and get ready for tomorrow's doubleheader on the road against Medford. Looking at the numbers here after the conclusion of Game 1 as we welcome you into the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Taking a look at the numbers as we get you your news review sports section game recap. Again, follow Doc Stewart's action all season long in the print edition of the news review. 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors for the Docs. They left 11 men on base. Klamath Falls, no runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 9 men left on base. Docs get the lead in the top of the second inning. They score a run on an RBI single by Casey Pettibone that got into deep left field. Docs would add 2 more runs in the 5th inning. 1 run scoring on an error by left fielder John Tacchini. The 2nd run scoring on a 2-out single by Jet Black. Then the Doc Stewarts added 3 more runs in the top of the 7th inning. A RBI ground out by Drake Bourgeois, and then a 2-run single by Jacob Luther would cap the scoring for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Getting the win is Jay Stoffel. He pitches 6 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. He did hit 2 batters as well. And taking the loss is Dylan Fitz, who pitches 5 1/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. We'll take a look at more of the offensive numbers for you when we come back with more of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. So stick with us as we continue to wrap up Game 1 and prepare for Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Docs win 6-0 on 541radio.com and CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks again, 10U, 11U, and 12U, Junior Falcons.
Game 1 in the books. The Doc Stewarts get the victory on top of Klamath Falls to go to 1-0 in Area 4 play, 6-3 on the season. For Klamath Falls, they go to 0-1 in league play and 1-2 on the year. Joey Kieran here with you in the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Let's take a look at the offensive numbers from tonight's matchup. First for the visiting Dr. Stewarts, 1 for 4 at the top of the lineup for Caden Johnson. as he now has a hit in every game except for one. Make that now, 7 out of 8. Yeah, that would be the case. No, let's see. They played 8, so this was game number 9, huh? So now 8 out of 9 games for Caden Johnson. Math is hard, folks. 1 for 4 for Caden Johnson. Cody Johnson, unfortunately, goes 0 for 5. Spencer Six goes 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Jonathan Stone was 3 for 4 in the game with a run scored. Jet Black, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, an RBI as well. He also had a walk. Doran Gillespie goes 2 for 3 with a run scored. Casey Pettibone was 1 for 2 with a run scored, an RBI, and 2 walks. Drake Borshaw 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Jacob Luther goes 2 for 3 at the bottom of the lineup with 2 RBI and a walk. On the other side for Klamath Falls, leading things off, John Takini gets a 1 for 4 day. Drew Rabel, the first baseman, goes 1 for 2. Noah Huffman, the shortstop, 2 for 2 in the game against Jay Stoffel. And those are all 4 of your hits in this ball game for the Klamath Falls Falcons. Doc Stewart's had 1 extra base hit, a double by Jonathan Stone. No extra base hits for Klamath Falls. We mentioned the pitching numbers again. Jay Stoffel, the victory, he just fell short of going the complete game. Pitches 6 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Dylan Fitz takes the loss. And Fitz goes 5 1/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. It's time now here in the postgame show for game number 1 to name our Joe's Towing Player of the Game. Coming through in the clutch for you. Call Joe's Towing, your local towing professionals. Our player of the game tonight for game 1 of the doubleheader is going to be Jace Stoffel. He goes 6 1/3 with the 4 hits allowed, no runs allowed, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Huge strikeout numbers tonight for Jace Stoffel, as he's now up to 28 on the season. He goes to 3-0 on the year on the mound. He pitched out of a lot of sticky spots, leaving runners on in scoring position in the first, in the second, in the third, in the fourth, in the sixth, and in the 7th. So all but 1 inning, Klamath Falls able to get a runner into scoring position, and they were unable to bring him around as Jay Stoffel shuts him down. So tonight, your Game 1 player of the game is Jay Stoffel, player of the game, brought to you by Joe's Towing, your local towing professionals. We'll take a break. For those watching online, we will end the Game 1 broadcast. We will come back, and we will get the broadcast back up and running for Game number 2 so we can separate them online, and you'll be able to tune in to catch Garrett Zyment. We have a conversation with the youngest player on the team. He wears number 1. That means he's first up in our player interviews this season. We'll talk with Garrett Zyment and get to learn a little bit more about the youngster from Roseburg High School. So stay tuned for that. We'll take the break, come back after this. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball, streaming at 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Copy. Can you add an extra minute to this break to allow me